And now we'll go to meeting number 2, which is the Cochise County Board of Supervisors Flood Control District Meeting, Tuesday, December 10th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Board of Supervisors Hearing Room, 1415 Melody Lane, Building G, Bisbee, Arizona, 85603. Pursuant to ARS 38431.02H, the public will have physical access to the meeting place 15 minutes prior to the start of the meeting. Any item on this agenda is open for discussion and possible action. Roll call. District 1, Crosby is here. District 2.
Supervisor English is still present online.
Excellent. Thank you, Madam. And Madam Judd, it appears.
Supervisor Judd is here.
Okay, that's what I thought. Members of the public may also attend this meeting via Microsoft Teams computer or mobile app or via phone by calling 602-609-7583 or 888-680-6714. Conference ID 693-859-036#. If you have trouble accessing this meeting remotely, call 520-432-9200 for direction. The board may permit public comment during the discussion of any item on this agenda. To speak on an agenda item, completely return the speaker request form to the clerk of the board prior to 9 a.m. on the day of the meeting. Now is the time for a call to the public, and I don't have any call to the public forms filled out for this meeting. So consent agenda item number 1. Madam.
Mr. Vice Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda item.
I'll second the
And
motion.
The item number 1, the meeting minutes is has been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
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 Thank you. And the item number 1 passes.
Mr. Vice Chair, I move that we approve a memorandum of understanding with the Nature Conservancy to assist in the acquisition of property for the Bisbee Effluent Recharge Project.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, so there's a motion and a second. We have Mr. Mark Appel, Environmental Projects Coordinator to address us this morning. Mr. Appel.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair, members of the board. As you know, the Nature Conservancy is a partner with the county along with other agencies in the Cochise Conservation and Recharge Network. And this memorandum of understanding is seeking to formalize an agreement that we have with the Nature Conservancy to pursue due diligence on a property that we're trying to acquire down on the San Pedro River. As you know, the Nature Conservancy has been a good partner for us over the last more than 10 years, acquiring our properties that we are using in our recharge network. And Fort Huachuca is also a support partner in this endeavor to provide funding for some of the due diligence expenses that the Nature Conservancy will be expending on our behalf to try to acquire this property. So this MOU before you is to formalize that agreement.
Thank you very much. Madam Judd, do you have any questions for Mr. Appel?
I don't have any questions for Mr. Appel, but while the room is still full, I just want to say this is our last board meeting together, and I appreciate you so much. And it just happens that the room is full of people that I've worked with and care about a lot. And I don't know, I feel like I want to make a heart. Let me make a heart. I have just loved working with all of you. So thank you. Now, I'm good with what you're talking about. So put a lot of study into that and came to all of my, any problems I had with it. I believe that it's good wherever we recharge, but I do think that when he says, like that water to be in the other valley, I sometimes get that twinge because you know how I feel. So I wanted to make that statement. Thank you.
Mr. Appel, would you repeat again what you said about funding?
So Fort Huachuca, with their cooperative agreement with the Nature Conservancy, is providing the funding for some of the due diligence activities related to acquiring a property on the San Pedro River for our Bisbee Effluent Recharge Project.
Okay, and how much is that fund?
I don't know. I don't have the current numbers on what has been expended so far for due diligence.
Okay.
And then if the property is acquired, the Fort is intending to also pay for the acquisition of that property.
I see. Okay. So it makes me wonder, how much would it cost to completely alleviate all recharge issues in the whole county? And I know you can.
I can tell you the cost of the Bisbee Effluent Project is approximately $18 million. But acquiring this property is a keystone to making sure that that project is successful.
Okay. Yeah, I would say it would cost infinity to alleviate all the recharge issues in the county. You'd have to line every wash with concrete and stones, so on and so forth. So I don't have a lot of hope for being able to do that. And so that concludes my comments. There has been a motion and a second, I do recall. And so since there's been a motion and a second, I call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? No. The motion passes 2-1. And that is the adjournment of that meeting.